Hi, this is Eternal King here, bringing you another LOR video today. We're just going to be playing some more, again, just a random grab bag of decks on as we prepare for ladder. And you know, I feel exceptionally confident with my list, with my lineup of decks. Things like Jace Lux Control, aggro with the likes of Annie Jin. You know, a good mid-range selection of decks that are quite powerful as well. OTK decks like Rise. I basically just spend all day winning at this point. Whether it is me playing, kind of rotating through the aggro, the mid-range, the combo, the control. Overall, I feel exceptionally confident. So I figured I tried to put some of that on camera. It's not the easiest thing to show off when I'm like, I spend an entire morning winning games and then I just click record at a random interval and I'm just like, okay, here's me basically going through my ladder prep routine. It doesn't really change from day to day. Not very much anyway. So this is a subpar Rise hand, but we'll see how it goes. I'll play Eye of the Dragon here because this deck doesn't really have like removal per se. Opponent's got a slow Thrall's hand, so that's, you know, somewhat good for us. Honestly, I don't think Shard of Betrayal is hitting a bunch here, but it does proc Dragon Link, so I guess that's good enough.
It is time.
We have some draw in this hand, which is nice. Yeah. Like, we'll kill the 2-2, it doesn't really matter, but... this is going to be a really tough matchup for the opponent because, like, we're bouncing 8 mana cards. So, like, even when he pops this, like, we're just going to bounce an 8 mana card. So, it's going to be hard for him to win this. There might be some surprises based on his construction, but beyond that, it's going to be tough. It'll be tough for him. Oh, well, he's got landmark removal. That's something. I'm probably not protecting this. I want to hit, like, okay, we'll take another delve. Sure. Yep. Go nuts, my dude. Yeah, so burst cards, burst passing isn't a thing anymore, so the opponent misplayed, and you know, I'm absolutely happy to see that happen. When the opponent tries to remove one of my landmarks, I'll probably just like homecoming his landmark and mine, and that'll be probably GG. So he goes for that. Then we homecoming his landmark, and like that's pretty much game. Boop. Get in there for one. This little Eye of the Dragon is gonna win us the game. Yeah, so that's gonna slow him down significantly. Like my deck's nothing but bounces, so you know, good luck.
Nobody's pulling Runeterra while I'm around.
Boop, boop. This will help bring down the 1-3 a little bit. Really like to see like an Entreat or a Rise here. Okay, that'll do. That's fine. So I guess we want spell mana after this. If we get spell mana off the roll, then we take spell mana. Is he gonna push for the Rock Bear? That's interesting. Yeah, he's gonna push for the Rock Bear. We did not get spell mana, so we're sad, Panda. So 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, Rise. Rise top end. Rise top end? No Rise top end. We are bad at video games. So again, we're going to wait for him to go for the removal, and then we're just going to bounce our own landmark. Yeah, there it is. Bounce. And then, like, we'll play the Dragonling. I just need it out of my hand. I'm running out of space. Oh my god. 1, 2, 3. I really just want to start getting rid of all this stuff if I can. Yep. So we take 0, which seems good. Let's see what we get off the trinket trade. Nothing. Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. Predict. Rise or entreat. None of these. None of these cards. Rise or okay, we got an entreat. We get to play the video game, guys.
Men always I cannot stand by in the face of apocalypse.
I have no intention of swinging here just because like I don't even have hand space to draw. Like there's no incentive to swing here. And I don't have the spell mana landmark. So well yeah, like go nuts. I have stuns upon stuns. Clockhand's a decent card. Yeah. Sucks calm.
More than mortal, I am Iceborn. You will do as I command.
Can you get through 3 stuns next turn? Or a stun, 2 stuns, and a bounce? We will see. Oh, he's not attacking anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Enough! This cannot stand!
Okay, in that case, he's really in for a bad time. Do we just top end all the landmarks? Sure, looks like it.
Perhaps it is our mistakes that color the fabric of our existence.
Okay, well, sorry opponent, that just happened. Sometimes you high roll on Rise.
Desperation begets folly, and none were more desperate than Diego.
None were more desperate than Diego. If the opponent stacks... Never mind. If he stacked, like, ice shards, with, like, an entomb off of 3 sisters, he might have been able to try to remove this, but then I had, like, a deny in hand, so pretty unlikely. So yeah, again, you know, Rise can do work in very specific matchups. If you find your opponents are going too grindy, if you find your opponents are playing exceptionally grindy, then Rise is the counter. It'll do well into Eddy decks if the Eddy decks are tempo. So again, things like Demacia Eddy, Bandle City Eddy, Auction Eddy. Those are the tempo Eddy lists, and this will do very, very well into that. Into Ramp Eddy, it's just GG, you lose. Because Ramp Eddy tends to like go all in on the memes for like K-Show and stuff. So that's a free loss. What's the next matchup we should play? Well, we can play some Annie. You know, so we played an OTK game and it went really well. We can try an aggro game and see how it goes. So again, trying to walk you through my thought processes for these games as I prepare for ladder. Rise is a contender. Just depending on how much aggro you run into. The more aggro that's out there, the worse Rise is. That's his whole thing. And if you try to bend over backwards to make Rise playable into aggro, you're just hurting yourself. Rise should be the deck that wins into mid-range and certain control matchups. Otherwise, just don't bother.
Explosives primed.
Play something else. There's so many good decks out there.
What's today's list?
So we both have the perfect start, me and the opponent. Now, if the opponent's on my list of Azir Aurelia, I'll be scared. If he's not on my list, then I have a good chance of winning.
Hang on, Buzzball.
I will offer... I'm pretty content to take trades here if he wants to give it to me. I'm very content to take trades here.
Full speed ahead.
No, he doesn't want to take trades, because he can't. He just can't. I want to save this stun, I think, for when the opponent does something scary, so...
I never miss.
Yeah,
Shurima never fell.
that's fine.
It only awaited my return.
I have no reason to play this right now, so it's just this. And then, if he wants to block with the 1-3, that's okay. And then I get one skill proc. Yeah, no good blocks by the opponent there. He's taking full damage. I think that's a mistake. I personally would have taken the Azir block there. There's no removal in this deck, so using your Azir life total is recommended.
And punch!
Your Emperor commands.
Open swinging there is super weird. Super weird. The opponent probably has a twin. Sure.
Against my
I'll just take the free block. And then if he wants to put the twin into that, it's fine. Nope. Yeah, it would be a waste of resources, so I understand why he wouldn't want to do that.
I can do this.
Again, open swinging with Azir Aurelia is something you never want to do. Like, that's just like amateur city. Never in a million years do you do that. So again, opponent misplaying Azir Aurelia because it's actually a hard deck to play. Okay. Opponent has like no blocks here, so
You'll never see it.
you know, don't look the gift horse in the mouth.
You dare.
Take all your free skill blocks here.
Hold up.
Sure. Yeah, it's whatever. He has to take another block here, he's gonna die.
Focus.
He's gonna bounce it, sure. So now we just see if he has the deny or not. Again, don't run this card, lead and follow, it's terrible. Just run my Azir Aurelia list, it's so much better. It's so much better than what this guy is playing.
Just
Yeah.
like we practiced.
Are you dead, sir? No. Yeah, he's dead. So, anyway, there's an aggro game. And so we did one OTK game, one aggro game. So again, both of those decks, Rise and Anti-Jin, are fairly competitive. Let's play a control game. So instead of OTK combo, we'll play a game of hard control. My favorite control deck to play in the Eternal format, and I view it as the most competitive control deck, is Jace Lux. So I view Jace Lux as the best control deck, just personally. But again, there are things like PNZ Noxus that I view as very good as well. Same opponent, again, if he's still running the suboptimal list, he might have some trouble. But again, my deck's a little slower. Maybe I'm the one who's having trouble here. We'll see. Okay. I just mulligan for a faster hand, basically.
Remember, we're the ones who make progress happen.
Quick hands make quick work.
Gear up!
Yeah.
Took it fair and square.
Treasure Seeker is correct. Treasure Seeker is a good Azir Aurelia card. I wonder if he swapped to my version, or if he's still running his version, but my version is superior. Because I know I run Treasure Seeker in my version.
Hang on, Buzzball.
Yeah, no, you're not getting that damage in. Porobot is such an MVP. Like, yeah, we just shut that whole thing down there. Yeah, I know, bud. I know. Porobot, too strong.
What do you call that technique?
And this attack is free too. It's brutal. Brutal, brutal, brutal. Okay. We're starting to see Azir Aurelia stuff happen. The Azir comes down this turn.
Every
Aurelia.
every beat
Yeah, that's good. That's definitely decent. You can't argue that's not decent. Like that is pretty decent. So opponent might have a game this turn. Just take your free blocks when it comes to this deck. So free blocks. Don't bother sacrificing the Petricite Broadwind Line. If he chooses not to attack with the elusive into Porobot, then you just take the free block with Porobot. That's how that works. So this goes here, that goes there. And then what you do is you pop another 6 mana spell. In this case, Formula. And then we just drag, and we swing. Drag and swing. Boop. And then here, the bounce might be good for the opponent, depending. Yeah, so it's just this stuff. Okay, that's good for us. He's thinking about whether or not to bounce the Porobot, and I don't blame him.
The desert by my side.
I'm gonna wait. There's nothing really worth killing here.
All in the shoulders.
Okay. Sure.
Come on then.
Just that stuff, please. I guess we can just assembly line here. Again, Porobot, the way the card's designed, is it basically negates any sort of big unit value. Sure. And then we're just going to play another Porobot. Because we just get it back every turn.
Spin it round, throw it
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, no big deal. You have no way to buff your tokens, so I don't... like.
Come on then.
I'll just take the salmon blocks at this point. You can return something? No? Okay. So this. That. And then that. And I think all of that is fine. Yes. It's not gonna be great, but we're gonna go for a shock blast this turn. It's time to start, like, I have to deal with this eventually. So let's see if the opponent has, like, a deny or double bounce or something. Nope. Alright, that's bad for him.
Keep running, Kay.
Yeah, opponent concedes. Again, triple Porobot in Jace Lux just wins, like, everything. Because it's just standard players kind of swinging with big stuff, thinking it's going to work, and it doesn't work because you just have Porobot. And Porobot is, like, basically a Death Rattle card. He's basically a better version of the Shadow Isles Deathless card in, like, 3 mana. Undying. He's basically a better Undying because he's an elusive blocker, and you can play proactive spells to bring him back. Now, Undying's not a bad card, don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying that I think Porobot's a better Undying, and that's how I play him. Because he can block, and, you know, he doesn't get bigger, but in terms of a control card, he's pretty good. What else do we want to run here? Temple? Do we want to do some, like, landmark value stuff? You know what? I'll save it for the next video. I think those games were pretty strong. We played one aggro game, we played one OTK game, and we played one control game. Next video we'll mix it up again, but that's basically what my routine now until Eternal Ladder unlocks, is just like me just basically running people over with my top lists that, you know, I can pilot successfully. Other people don't seem to like them. But then I see what other people are playing and I'm like, why would you do that? This is Eternal King, signing out.